What is happening, guys? Martin Martinez back again. You know where we are, so let's get into it. It has been a hot minute. I'd sometimes say I have to have a break sometimes from this stuff, but partly the reason why I've not been uploading these videos is partly due to the fact that I couldn't actually get a hold of these new releases. So guys, as you can see, I'm scrolling up now, got these new releases here. Zara's release 11.0, 10.0, Red Mind, Amber Eagle, and finally Grey Soul. Now, unfortunately, guys, I've not been able to actually get a bottle to test of all of them because actually they were just sold out in both stores that we have in this city. So that's part of the reason. But let's get into this one now, guys. So for me, guys, I've had a quick smell of this, and again, this is just my first impressions. Partly the problem when you sometimes go to these stores is that people are just, if you're a fragrance enthusiast for what we do, sometimes you want to smell a fragrance, have a bit of more time, and some people are just, pushing on buying the clothes, and I guess that's how it goes. But ultimately, guys, when I smell this one, 11.0, see the note breakdown says that it has a note of cypress, red pepper, and tonka bean, masculine sporty fresh fragrance. And to me, guys, it wasn't really that much to take away from this one, to be honest. It's not one I would really advise to buy. It smelled more like an aquatic type of citrus smell, which basically means to me like it doesn't really have much by way of depth. It smelled maybe slightly more of it does say sporty, and it's, imagine like a sport sort of smell where you've got maybe along the lines of, how could I put it, along the lines of something which isn't necessarily offensive and something which isn't necessarily um, really strong enough to give you any real impression. That's the only way I could really describe it. I wouldn't even necessarily associate it to another fragrance because I don't think it even deserves that. It's not strong enough for it, in my opinion, guys. When I smelt it, I say if you like imagine like this aqua type of I mean, it talks about pink pepper, but it didn't really give me much of a heavy type of spice note in there. Seemed to be more along the lines, maybe more of the vanilla, more of this sort of smoother, not necessarily creamy, but along the lines of a smoother aquatic type of scent. It wasn't really much, guys, to write home about on that one, unfortunately, so I probably really won't be getting too deep into that one. That was 11.0. Now, guys, 10.0, you can see this one here. This one's saying it's a woody aromatic, reveals notes of bergamot, leather, and cedar. Unfortunately, guys, I went to two stores, and each store did not actually have a bottle. And even the lady behind the desk said it was sold out. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. Maybe it's a good one, maybe not. So that was a bit of a shame. Moving on to the next one, guys. Red Mind. This one, again, unfortunately, they didn't have a bottle of this either. I don't know what's going on in that respect. So either these are really good fragrances, or basically the people behind the desk can't be asked to bring it out, and they do have some, and they just can't be bothered to go and get it. I don't know. It says notes of apple, geranium, and vetiver. No idea, guys, what that's going to be. These are fragrances say one thing, but they smell like something else. So keep posted on that one. Hopefully we get something soon in that respect. Moving on to the next one, guys. And this one, to me, guys, I was quite surprised. And I think, in a way, once you sort of smell a fragrance, maybe the bottle gives it away a little bit. Now, for those that haven't smelt it, guys, and I did get my nose on this one, but again, unfortunately, they had no bottles left, which again, I'm so surprised at. This is only $9.99 as well, but this one says reveals notes of apple, coconut water, and cedar. Now, guys, I smelled this one on my skin, and I was thinking to myself, this smells of something. I just could not work it out, and it really, guys, was giving me like a bit of a. I felt annoyed by the fact I couldn't work out what the fragrance was. Turns out, guys, when I had a little bit more time with the fragrance, and I must admit, this is actually a long-lasting one, and this actually smells like, round of applause, Stronger With You. So basically, guys, instead of spending 50, 60 pounds on Armani Stronger With You, you can go and get this 100 ml, and I believe for $9.99 on, it's in euros, so I'm assuming it's going to be around about £10 or so in the UK. And it does smell like it. Now, I had a bit more time with this fragrance, so in respect of Strong With You, you do get more of a blast of the spices, you do get more of the leather in there, you get a richer composition of that type of, how could I say, like a hazelnut type of gourmandish element to it, from the original Strong With You. This one, however, isn't as aggressive in the same way for the opening. It seems a little bit more mellowed down. I won't want to say even necessarily a poor man's version of Stronger With You, because to be honest, guys, I was quite surprised that this one actually did quite well. It doesn't project obviously as heavily as Stronger With You, but at the same time, for my first impressions, if you were to wear this and I was just walking past you, not really knowing what the scent was, I would assume it was the same scent as Stronger With You. So I think the Zara have done actually a good job on this one. I say unfortunately, guys, it just wasn't available for me to purchase, but I would have actually purchased this one for the cost, especially for the cost as well, and for what it was. The longevity in respect of, again, first impressions, I could notice this on my skin after 2 hours later. Whereas Stronger With You, obviously, you probably get a good 5-6 hours on that one. This one, 2 hours, and there was no reapplying because I didn't actually purchase the bottle. I just used the tester bottle. So I would recommend this one, guys, if you get a chance. This one is a worthwhile release. It's not something that's groundbreaking, but it's not a bad one at all. And this final one here, guys, again, there were bottles available of this one. This one is, what is it, grey is the perfect neutral. Okay, grey soul, fair enough. And it says, guys, it reveals notes of green apple, salty hints, and musk. And to me, guys, again, this one, it does have a reminiscence of Versace Man Pour Homme. For me, guys, it was that type of aquatic. It's saying it's got like an apple note in there as well. And I think for what it is, guys, it's not a bad pickup. It's not one which is really, again, groundbreaking. If it came between this one and the other one in the brown bottle, I would probably go for the other one. For me, guys, these fragrances are a bit more like throwaway fragrances. In that, I mean, if you were to purchase, how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3. You've not even paid for really the cost of one bottle of Armani Stronger With You, for instance. So this one here, as I say, it's okay. It did remind me, as I say, Versace Man Pour Homme. It did give me that type of C note type of vibe. It was a sporty type of fragrance, but I just didn't feel committed enough to purchase it on this day, guys. I just didn't see the point of it. It's not necessarily a bad fragrance, but at the same time, it's equally not something which would really make you stand out. For the cost of what Versace Pour Homme is, to be honest, guys, if you could afford it, bearing in mind the longevity issues with it as it stands, I would probably go for the original version, get the Versace version. So that is really it, guys. Zara haven't released anything else that I can see on their website or even in store. Yes, there's like some rehashtags or rehashes of these ones, which is that comes out all the time. Limited edition, all that means, guys, is that it's just the actual and it seems to be the presentation's changed a little bit. The actual note breakdown ultimately is still the same, so I won't really necessarily buy for that. And for these one, guys, as I say, waste of time, waste of money, don't waste your time. These are one of the worst fragrances I've ever smelt. They smelt to me more like air fresheners rather than actually fragrances. So I don't know who these were aimed at, but that's definitely those definitely aren't the one. I definitely want to keep my eye out for those either. So just having a quick look through here now, guys. As I say, I can't really see anything else that has been released or I've not reviewed already. Some of you guys asked for fragrances, which, to be honest, guys, if you just type in the fragrance, you'll see the video come up of when I've done a previous review anyway. But that all being said, though, guys, from you guys as well, this isn't a bad pickup if you can get it. If you do like this sort of 2-for-1 sort of vibe you get there, you get the 260ml for £20, so that's not too bad. But outside of that, though, guys, this one I probably would avoid. This one I really don't know because I couldn't get my nose on it, not smelt it yet. Equally, I do not know what this one smells like. This one I would recommend by all means for the cost of what it is. But then again, these for throwaway fragrances, so get it. It's sweet, it's opening, is bright, and I think you'll enjoy it. And this one, guys, if you want the more chilled out, mellow type of salty vibe, fair enough. But this is more of a imitation, I'd say, of Versace Pour Homme. Okay, guys, so that is it. Martin Martinez back again. Thank you. Now we are at 1,000 subscribers. This is very good to see. I've not been putting up videos too crazily because, again, I was actually just trying to get the videos or try to get the bottles in the first place. But that being said, though, guys, I will make sure I get some stuff up for you shortly. Ciao, ciao.